What's up everybody, welcome back to Switchcraft, and today we're going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct that came out earlier today on March the 8th, 2018. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting that like button, and hit that little bell down below so that you can get notified whenever I come out with the newest content. Now that that's out of the way, let's break down this new Nintendo Direct and see what the heck it was all about. The first thing that really stuck out to me during this Direct was just how much damn time Nintendo spent announcing games for the 3DS or promoting games for the 3DS. I understand that it's got a huge install base, but at some point, if Nintendo wants to see the Switch do the numbers that they want it to do, they're gonna have to cut their losses with this thing and focus all of their resources on the Nintendo Switch. In a Direct where they announced about 20 games, or talked about 20 games, we had 6 games announced or talked about for the 3DS. They talked about it for almost 7 minutes out of a 30-minute Direct. Guys, enough with the 3DS. I have one. Everybody has one. Beautiful. If you want to sell those 20 million Switches that you want to sell this year, you got to start putting some games on that thing and stop focusing on the 3DS. Give people more of a reason to buy the damn Switch. And if that wasn't enough, what do you do with a game like Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube? The game that people on the Switch have been asking for since its release. What do? Do you give it to us on the Switch? No. You give it to us on the 3DS. What are you thinking? I want that game on my Switch. I don't want it on my 3DS. That's not going to move systems. I don't know, Nintendo. At the very least, release it on both. Like, come on. Seriously. Then we talked about some WarioWare. I mean, some people might like those 300 mini games, but I'm never going to play them. We got Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. I don't know who Dylan is. I'm sure it might be a great game. Again, whatever. I think you're wasting time. Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Great. Awesome. Like, similar to like that, I guess, Paper Mario. Whatever. And then Detective Pikachu. Okay, I get it. It's kind of a big deal. It's coming out shortly. Spend some time on it. And then later on, they referred to a game for the Nintendo Switch called Captain Toad's Adventure. And then they said it's also coming out for the 3DS. Great. Thank you. That's way too much time to spend on the 3DS. Now, you spend that much time on the 3DS, and boy, you better have some spectacular titles, like one after another, ready for me, ready for all the Switch faithful who've already early adopted this system, so that we have something to get excited about. Let's see how that went. So, we start off with a minute and a half of Kirby. I get it, the game's coming out, I pre-ordered it, I'm excited for it, beautiful. Then we move on to Okami HD. Might be a great game. It has a cool art style. This is like, what, the 4th, 5th, or 6th time this game's been remastered? Enough already. Spend some time doing bigger things. Then we got, for some reason this game has some kind of crazy cult following, and it's a game called Sushi Striker. I haven't played it, so, people are going to call me out for talking shit, but the game looks like a Flash game with cutscenes. Sorry, it's not taking advantage of this Nintendo Switch console at all. Then what do we got? We spent 2 minutes on Octopath Traveler. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm truly excited for that game. I'm truly excited for the art style, how the gaming studio actually listened to the fans when they're making the game. I thought that was awesome. And there's a pretty sweet pop-up book, special edition, with a coin and music samplings. I'm pre-ordering that sucker as soon as possible. So, not bad. Too good, too meh. Then we talked about Travis Strikes Again. Cool. Might be a great game. Maybe I'll check it out, but again, nothing to... I don't think it, it should be something that's in something of this magnitude, like a Nintendo Direct, at such a crucial time for the system to build hype for the rest of the year. Then we got Dark Souls. Great, another port of a this thing's like a 5-6-year-old game, and it's going to come with an amiibo that doesn't really do anything. Perfect. We talked for a couple minutes about these useless Nintendo points. I can do a whole rant just on these Nintendo points. You get like, I think it's 2 or 3% of every Nintendo game that you purchase digitally given back to you in points. So if you buy a couple thousand or a couple hundred games, then you might save up enough points for a free one a couple of years from now. And if you buy games physically like I do, they really give you the middle finger because you get 1%. 1%. I gotta buy like 6,000 games to get a $60 game. Perfect. Thanks, guys. That's gonna do tons for me. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you. Then we talked again. Okay, cool game. Mario Tennis Aces coming out. Looks fantastic. Did you really have to spend 5 minutes talking about the in-depth play mechanics? Arguable. I don't think that learning about all the different types of buttons and serves and every single minuscule detail of this game is going to be what get someone off the fence about it. If you're going to get it. Show off a couple minutes of some cool gameplay. Maybe talk a little bit about the story mode, right? Which is what everybody's excited about, the story mode of this game, which is going to separate it from the Mario Tennis for the Wii U. Sorry, I'm a little bit heated here. And then we talked about Captain Toad's Adventure. Okay, cool. That, again, one of those games that's coming out for the Switch. Because, we have all these extra time and resources, we also made a copy for the 3DS. Good job, guys. And then we got Dundertale. Third-party indie. They want to be on the Switch. That's cool. Great game. It's got a niche audience, and it's kind of like a cult classic. My best memories of the game are watching Video Game Donkey play it. We got the Crash Insane trilogy, which, while exciting, is perhaps one of the worst-kept secrets for this Nintendo Switch. We all knew that the timed exclusive was going to end sometime in June or July, and that all of the systems were going to get it. So while I'm excited to play that game, again, wasn't really wowed by the announcement. We got a game, again, little third party. This one's actually kind of cool. A smaller game, probably like a single A or double A title called Little Nightmares, which is going to be great art style, beautiful. Again, sue me, I'm not super excited for it. And then we we start to turn the tide a little bit here. We got South Park announced. We got South Park: The Fractured Butthole, which is how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's The Fractured Butthole, which looks like a pretty cool RPG that I've seen played on the PS4, and I'm actually excited that we're starting to get games like this. And shout out to my main man Smash JT, who made an excellent point that if they port this thing over, that GTA 5 cannot be too far behind. So I'm more excited for what this announcement means as opposed to what the actual announcement was itself. We also got some more trailers about, some more information about another port, Hyrule Warriors, the deluxe edition. Again, cool. I'm probably going to get it because I didn't get it on the Wii U, but I'm excited for that one. That's a good one, so they kind of saved themselves. They spent a couple minutes talking about ARMS, nothing really new in the gameplay. Or like updates or anything, because I think Nintendo has officially said that they're not really going to be doing anything for it anymore, but we just spent some time talking about some USA and Canada like online tournaments for this game. So cool. If ARMS is your thing, awesome. And then we spent we got like a 5-minute commercial for some Splatoon 2 DLC, which is going to cost $20. $20 US, so I'm gonna have to dish out $30 for this thing. And you get a new single player level, and you get like a couple hundred new t-shirts. Great. Cool. Do I like Splatoon 2? Yes. Is it addicting? Yes. Did I play the shit out of it? Absolutely. I play it online, I stream it, it's great. Am I gonna spend $20 for some single player and some hats? I don't know, probably not. Maybe I'll find like the definitive edition or the splatted edition that includes this a couple of years from now in a bargain bin. And then we have, after the Splatoon 2, they did a nice crossplay here. Nintendo perhaps redeemed themselves. And I'm calming down talking about this because they did something that, while most people were hoping they would do, no one really thought they would actually do it. They thought something like this was going to be for like E3. And they went ahead and announced Smash for the Nintendo Switch. And quite possibly, single-handedly saved the scale or the rating of this Direct. There's going to be a large chunk of people who think that just because of this game, this Direct was amazing and worth the wait, and gave this thing a 10 out of 10. Now, remind you, this is the port from the Wii U game. So it's not like Switch Smash Brothers. So it's the port, but I mean, it's an absolutely tremendous game, and I'm excited, extremely excited that it's coming out for the Switch. And at that point, the Nintendo Direct wrapped up. We basically got a logo similar to that Metroid Prime logo that everybody freaked out about. I don't think this one's going to have quite the same effect, but that was it. That was the Direct. Overall, I felt like it was missing one or two big announcements. We didn't get anything about Super Mario DLC. We didn't get anything about Pokemon. We didn't get anything about Fire Emblem. We didn't get anything about any real, new games except for South Park and Smash. And overall, my initial gut reaction was that I was feeling kind of underwhelmed. Gut reaction, I rated the thing a 6 out of 10. And I guess collecting my thoughts for this video, I realized that maybe that was a little bit harsh, and I start to think about and weigh out the magnitude of some of the announcements and some of the games that we're getting. And I'm going to refine my initial gut score, so I'm glad I had a little bit of time to think about it. And I'm going to give this Direct a 7 out of 10. It was good, all things considered, but maybe I'm spoiled because of the last couple of Directs and last year's E3 presentation. But on the whole, 7 out of 10. Good try, Nintendo, but you're going to have to do a little bit more. Like I started this video off saying, you're going to have to do a little bit more, a little bit sooner to start building the hype to sell those 20 million units that you want to sell. If you ever want any advice on what to put in your Directs, give me a call or hit the subscribe button down below. Switchcraft out.